Brain on Fire Analysis by Nick, Gabby, Vinny, and Sophie.
The book Brain on Fire is an autobiography by Susanna Cahalan, where she was wrongly identified with many diagnoses. One of these diagnoses was schizophrenia, which we looked at in depth using symptoms from a boy named Rhett in comparison to Susanna's own symptoms.
Rhett with schizophrenia lost a lot of weight in his first few months battling the disease.
Likewise, Susanna with her encephalitis was already on the low side of normal, and then she continually lost more weight as the disease progressed.
Rhett's schizophrenia caused him to not want to eat, and he would also zone out for long periods of time.
Meanwhile, Susanna's encephalitis caused her to have no appetite, and she would continually space out.
Rhett suffered from many delusions, such as hearing voices and seeing his hands differently than they used to be.
Susanna did not recognize herself in pictures as she was having delusions. Likewise, she was also mishearing Alan and Giselle's voices insulting her.
Like other patients suffering from schizophrenia, Rhett suffered severe mood swings.
Susanna had her mood swings as well, going from very happy to having temper tantrums.
So why not schizophrenia? She had symptoms such as seizures, numbness, insomnia, unexplained heart issues, and migraines, all of which do not correspond with schizophrenia.
Alright, how are we doing today?
I've been feeling really weird lately.
Can you stick out your tongue for me? Interesting. What kind of symptoms are you having?
I've been having mood swings. I've been seeing colors a lot brighter. I have bed bug bites, and I know that I'm bipolar.
That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna prescribe you with some Geodon. It just doesn't make sense, man.
Oh yeah, I know. There's so many symptoms that she has that aren't in normal schizophrenics.
I know, like the seizures she's been having and that insomnia, it just doesn't add up.
Don't forget about the numbness. It's not right.
I know. It's gotta be something else.
Come on in, folks, have a seat.
Thank you, doctor.
What's going on?
So we were talking to Susanna's other doctor, and he was saying things like symptoms she was having, such as the delusions and everything, and he thought she had schizophrenia. But we don't really agree with that. We thought she was showing other symptoms. Are there any other symptoms you think she's been showing?
Aside from the paranoia and everything else that schizophrenics have, she's been showing numbness, seizures, insomnia, migraines, and unexplained heart issues, which correlates with brain inflammation, which led me to discover that she has anti-NMDA receptor encephalitis.
What do you know about Susanna Callahan?
It's Cahalan.
Shut up! You diagnosed her with schizophrenia, and you were wrong.
But I don't get it. She was showing all the symptoms.
You missed the most obvious ones. The insomnia, the seizures, the numbness. How could you be so wrong?
I see so many patients, hundreds of patients each day. I guess I just overlooked it.
There's no tolerance for ignorance. You're going to court.
You don't have to grab me so hard.
Suck it up. Sit down. Court is in session.
Even though he wrongly identified me as being schizophrenic, it was a rightful diagnosis at the time because even I thought I was mentally ill with the symptoms I had been having.
No, I was wrong in my diagnosis. It all just made sense in my head. She was showing all of the right symptoms for schizophrenia. The paranoia, the delusion, the different speech impediments she was having. It didn't quite add up, though. And it was my fault for moving too quickly through this. And I'm very sorry for that.
The jury has come to a verdict. The defendant is not guilty. Case closed.
The following 2 videos are real-life accounts, first of anti-NMDA receptor encephalitis, and the second video is of someone who has schizophrenia.
My name is Jonna Gregg, and I'm married to Pete Gregg. We've been married almost 3 years, and we have 3 children. I was laying on my back, and all of a sudden, I sat up straight, and I screamed. I just remember like a blood-curdling scream.
I wake up, the room's completely dark, so I don't know what's going on. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Jonna, and I run over and turn on the light, and she's in a full grandma
They were
seizure.
saying I was crazy and that I needed mental help, and they actually transferred me to a mental facility. And it was there that they were like, there's something more going on.
What she had was an ovarian cyst that caused this rare encephalitis. My biggest fear was that I was going to lose her. I didn't know, I'd never heard of the sickness. I didn't know what to think, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what my kids were going to do if I lost.
It started out, especially with her, it was like simple things like writing her name, coloring in the lines, fine motor. Hand coordination.
Was pushing, he never gave up, and why would we give up? I don't know, it's just when you have enough hope for that person, it's not just a patient, it's a person with a life and a family. There's no...
Great to see the progress she made, because that's where she got off the trach and where she got off the feeding tube. She was able to eat again. She started walking again. I got to see her go down and interact with people again, really. She got to do the exercises. It seemed like every week she would walk farther.
Out of the way.
So your official diagnosis is schizophrenic psychosis. Is that correct?
For the time being, yes.
For the time being? How do you mean?
Oh. My illness does not really fit, in any medical definition. Sorry.
Could you describe to us your illness and your symptoms?
I suffer from hallucinations. I see and feel and hear things that are not real.
Sorry, is that funny?
No.
What kind of medication are you getting?
Drugs. Antipsychotic drugs.
Do they help?
Yes.
So the medication makes the hallucinations go away?
No. But they help me decide what is real and not real. They help me understand that I don't have to obey and do everything they say.
When you say they, what exactly do you see?
Demons.